Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be sitting down with you and going through my updated tanning routine. Last week on Instagram I actually asked for video suggestions of what you guys would want to see while we're all at home, and a lot of people actually said an updated tanning routine or how to self-tan or self-tan tips, which is perfect timing because I've been planning on doing this video with Loving Tan for a while now. Thank you Loving Tan for working with me on this video. I started filming this video in vlog style. I realized once I was in the bathroom and tanning, I was just forgetting to mention stuff. It wasn't fully working out the way that I wanted it to, so I decided that instead I would just come and sit down, I wrote some notes, and I would just go through everything with you. I've never been someone to like lay out and tan in the sun, so I love self-tanning because it's very quick and easy and it's in your home. I do have a tanning routine video on my channel, but I think it's from 2017, and I still get a lot of questions pretty regularly on self-tanning, so I thought it would be a good time to film an updated video just in case you guys haven't even seen that video from years ago. But yeah, I'm not saying that you must self-tan. If you do self-tan, that's great, and if you don't, that's great too. A little way for me to pamper myself. I just personally like it, so and I get so many questions about it. With all of that said, I'm going to jump into it. Just really quickly, this is me from the end of the video. I just realized that I forgot to mention that I have a discount code with Loving Tan too, so stay tuned for that. The first thing that you want to do before tanning or anything is exfoliate and shave in the shower. This is really important if you have an old tan that's kind of fading away, to exfoliate that off, or even if you don't have a self-tan on already, it's very important to exfoliate. You are taking off the dead skin cells and leaving your body nice and smooth, and that's just going to help with the whole tanning process. Your tan will then go on very smooth and very even. So exfoliating is number one. When I'm exfoliating, I always shave too, just so, I don't know, my legs are nice and smooth, and I just feel like it helps with the overall tan if you exfoliate and shave. If you already have an old tan on, you can use like tanning removers and stuff. I don't use that very often. I usually just use the Loving Tan exfoliating mitt. It's amazing and it works really well. So there's a black side which is for a rougher exfoliation, and then the pink side is for a lighter exfoliation. I usually just stick with the black side, and if I have an old tan that's fading away, it comes off really easy. And then sometimes I'll use body wash, that can also help. Okay, so now that we're all exfoliated and shaved and out of the shower, we can start with the actual tanning. So I use the Loving Tan mousse in dark. They have medium dark and ultra dark. I do use both dark and ultra dark, but the dark is the perfect color for me. I don't use the medium one, but I feel like medium would be good if you are starting out tanning and you don't know how dark you want to get, or you're just trying to learn how to self-tan. So Loving Tan have two different kinds of mousses. They have a 2-hour express one and one that develops over 6 hours. I use both. They're both great. I don't really have a preference of which one I use. It's kind of just whichever one is there. The 2-hour express is just very convenient because you could wash it off in 2 hours compared to the one that develops in 6 hours. For both though, I just leave it on the entire day. So for the actual tanning, it's very easy, it's very simple. You just need an applicator mitt, which Loving Tan has a really good one. Using a mitt while tanning is essential. Please make sure that you have a good mitt to use, otherwise you're going to be putting the mousse into your hand and your hands will get very dark and very overdeveloped. The goal is definitely just to make it look as natural as possible. A mitt will also just help you blend it all in so it just looks very smooth and even. Basically, you just get your mitt and you put a few pumps of the mousse onto the mitt. Depending on the part of my body, I will do 1 to 3 pumps. For example, if I'm tanning my neck and my chest, I'll probably only do 1 pump because it's a smaller area. Whereas if I was doing my legs, I would use more pumps because it's a larger area. And then it's just really simple. You just blend it into your skin. I always kind of go in like circular motions just to blend it in the best that I can. And what's really nice about the Loving Tan mousses is that they already have an instant bronzer in it. So as soon as you apply some to your skin, you can already see where you're going. And that just makes that application process a bit easier because you can already see where you've gone. You also don't need to worry if you feel like the bronzer looks really uneven. As long as you've gone everywhere, once you wash it off, it'll be fine and it'll be even. So if you've never tanned before and you're worried about it getting orange or anything, Loving Tan's mousses contain a few things. I'll put them up on the screen. They help eliminate the orange color, and they also have other high quality ingredients that just make sure it's the most natural color. I would say I've tried quite a lot of self tanners just because, I don't know, I've just been curious of what other brands create and what their colors look like, how long they last, what they smell like, all of that. So I'd say I've tried like the main major self tanning brands. Whenever I do try a new brand, I always end up going back to Loving Tan, and I would say it comes down to the color and how long it lasts. In my opinion, Maybelline Loving Tan is just the nicest and most natural deep color, and it also lasts really well too. I would say my tans last 7 to 10 days depending on how well I'm moisturizing. Every time I go back to using Loving Tan, Gabe can always notice. He'll be like, is that Loving Tan? So now I've tanned most of my body. What I haven't done is my face and my hands. So I always leave my hands till last because I don't actually use the mitt to do my hands. You can use the mitt and it would be fine, but I have found that it looks the most natural and even when I use a makeup brush. So obviously don't use a makeup brush that you use for your makeup. I have a brush that is only for tanning, but you can just grab any fluffy brush, and basically I just put the smallest amount on the brush and I start blending it into my hand with the brush. You can always put more product on the brush if you don't have enough, but I never want to overdo it, so I just do the littlest bit at a time. Something I didn't mention before is that you can put moisturizer on before you self tan if you like, on areas that could overdevelop easier than others. So that would be like your wrists, your elbows, and your knees and your ankles. I never do this. I just guess I always forget to do it, but when I am going over those areas, I'm just very light with it. So if I'm tanning my arm, for example, I will do my whole arm and go around my elbow, and then once my whole arm is done with the leftover tan that's on the mitt, then I'll lightly go over my elbow. But other than that, it's very easy. Some people ask me how I can reach around to my back. I guess I've just done it so much that I like have no problem reaching around and tanning my back. But if you are having trouble with your back, you could always just ask someone to come in, your husband or your mom or your sister. You can always just put on a towel and then they can just do that like certain spot on your back. Loving Tan does have a back applicator though. I've never used it just because I'm like fine reaching around, but that would probably be very helpful if you're having trouble. Usually if I do a tan in the morning, I'll wash it off at night, or I'll sleep in it and wash it off in the morning. It does dry pretty quickly, so even if you put a tan on at night time, you're still fine to sleep in it and wash it off the next morning. Some of the instant bronzer might rub off onto your sheets a little bit, but if that ever happens to me, I just throw my sheets in the washer and they're fine. Okay, so now it's a little bit later and I'm washing my face for the night, getting ready for bed and doing my skincare, and this is when I'm going to tan my face. So Loving Tan came out with a face tanner sometime last year, and it's honestly the best face tanner that I've ever used. I was so excited when they announced this product because I have tried face tanners. I have tried the tanning drops and stuff and they're fine, but they didn't work perfectly for me. It has a very natural color that matches perfectly with all of their other products. The dark face tanner matches perfectly with the dark mousse. It has a very gentle formula that was specifically made for your face. It's already tinted, which is nice, so you can still see where you're going. It's buildable depending on how deep you want the tan, and it has a 2-hour development time, so even just after one application and you wash it off, you will see results. So I mainly use this product at nighttime. I incorporate it into my skincare routine. It feels really nice on, it dries quickly, and yeah, it doesn't feel heavy on my face. You could just put this product on its own, but the way that I do it is I wash my makeup off first, I tone, like I do my whole skincare routine, and then at the end I'll add the face tanner. So you could apply this with the mitt too. I've applied it with my fingers before and it's been fine. I just washed my hands really thoroughly after I did it, but the best way for me to apply it has been with a makeup brush. So I use 2 makeup brushes, one for my hands and then one for my face. I've just found that blending it in using a makeup brush makes it look the most even and natural. Yeah, I put the face tanner on, I sleep in it, and then I wake up and I have a really nicely developed tan all over my body. I think I have photos, I'll put them on the screen, of when I first wake up. So I look a little darker than what the tan is actually going to look like because I haven't washed off that instant bronzer yet. And then this is after I have washed it off. Okay, so now that your tan is all washed off, it is important to moisturize. This will just help your body stay nice and moisturized and prolong your tan. So Loving Tan have this gradual tan moisturizer. What I really like about this is that you can use it on its own if you don't already have a tan on, and you can just apply it every day for a buildable color. Or if you do already have a tan on, you can just put this on every day to help moisturize and prolong your tan, and the color of your tan will look really good and will last really well too because it is a gradual tan. This product again dries really quickly, so you can apply it and then get dressed and it'll be fine. This product is also tinted too, so it will give you that instant color as soon as you apply it. So I just apply this really similarly to how I apply the mousse. So you just put some of the gradual tan onto the mitt and then you just blend it into your skin. So I feel like I've covered basically everything when it comes to self tanning, but I did want to want to show you quickly how I do my makeup if I have the face tan on. Do you want to come say hi? Say hello everyone. I think we have a guest for the rest of the video. So when you have the face tanner on, it looks so natural and even that I feel like I don't need to wear foundation and tinted moisturizer when I do my makeup. I still do sometimes, but I just wanted to show you me doing my makeup not using any foundation or tinted moisturizer. So I'll put those clips in now. I also forgot to mention that I have a discount code with Loving Tan, so if you use my code you can get a free applicator mitt with any purchase of a mousse, a bronze shimmer, a face tan or a gradual tan. I'll leave all the information down below, but definitely go check that out if you've been wanting to try Loving Tan. So I think that is it for my whole tanning routine. I hope I covered everything well and I didn't forget anything. If you do have any more questions, just feel free to leave me a comment or tweet me and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. Yeah, hopefully this helped. Hope you guys liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys and I will see you in my next video. Bye.